1 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and across the world are observing the Indian Republic Day as Black Day today. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 more Kashmiri youths in Srinagar today. The president has stressed the need for curbing smuggling of goods, including narcotics. The United Nations Secretary General has welcomed the Emir of Qatar's announcement to allocate $50 million to support the Syrian refugees and people affected by severe weather in the Middle East. And now the news in detail. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and across the world are observing the Indian Republic Day, that is the 26th of January, as Black Day today. The call for the observance of the Black Day has been given by the Joint Resistance Leadership to remind the world that India's continued denial of inalienable right to self-determination to the Kashmiris is contrary to its claim of being a democratic republic. The day is being marked by a complete strike in occupied Kashmir, where all shops and business establishments are closed while the traffic is off the road. All roads leading to the Bakshi Stadium, the main venue of the official function in Srinagar, have been barricaded. The authorities have also suspended mobile internet services across occupied Kashmir. Meanwhile, the Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 more Kashmiri youths in Srinagar today. The troops martyred the youths during a cordon-and-search operation in Khanmo area of Srinagar. People took to the streets in the area and staged forceful demonstrations against the killing of the youths. The Indian police and troops used brute force to disperse the protesters, triggering intense clashes. The Minister for Kashmir Affairs in Gilgit-Baltistan, Ali Amin Khan Gandapur, says India is committing genocide of Kashmiri people in occupied Kashmir under the guise of democracy. In his message on the occasion of the Indian Republic Day today, he said the innocent Kashmiri people are being extrajudicially killed on a daily basis in the Hill Valley. He urged the international community to play its positive role in the realization of inalienable right to self-determination of the Kashmiri people. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has stressed the need for curbing smuggling of goods, including narcotics. Addressing a ceremony in connection with the International Day of Customs in Karachi today, he said the Customs Department has an important role to play in checking the menace. Dr. Arif Alvi said the borders with Afghanistan and Iran are porous, and the government is committed to complete the project of fencing its border with Afghanistan, which will also help curb smuggling.
Border along Iran and Afghanistan is very porous, and part of the fencing has been done. The government is committed to finish that project to be able to fence. But for our own smuggling security, there's a lot of smuggling regarding oil taking place from Iran, and there's a lot of smuggling otherwise in the number of areas. And I'm sure as you improve your technology, as you improve your processes, things must change and will change.
The Minister for Defence Production, Zubaida Jalal, has urged Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan to review its guidelines relating to the corporate social responsibility for Pakistani business sector to align itself with the Sustainable Development Goals 2030 of the United Nations for the Developing Nations. She said this while chairing a session of the 11th International Corporate Social Responsibility Summit and Awards 2019, organized by the National Forum for Environment and Health in Islamabad. The Afghan President Ashraf Ghani says more than 45,000 country's security forces personnel have been killed since he assumed the office of the president in 2014. His comments came amid top-level talks between American and Taliban representatives. Ashraf Ghani said the Taliban had held 4 days of face-to-face talks with American officials seeking to end 17 years of war in the country. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has welcomed the announcement by the Emir of Qatar to allocate $50 million to support the Syrian refugees and displaced persons affected by the recent severe weather conditions in the Middle East. Deputy United Nations spokesman Farhan Haq informed the reporters at the press briefing in New York that the United Nations chief is very grateful to the Emir and the people of Qatar for their generosity. The American President Donald Trump has said he will declare a national emergency if he does not eventually reach a deal with Democrats on border security. Donald Trump, who made the comments to reporters during an event at the White House, said he has reached a deal with lawmakers to reopen the government until 15th of next month while they work on his demand for funding for a wall on the U.S. border with Mexico. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.